right, so welcome to the weekly homework information behavior modification step 4. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be introducing our final behavior into our baseline phase. So just to be very clear about what we're doing, we are doing a semester-long behavioral modification project, and today we're going to continue to build on that. We are still in our baseline phase. We're still building our list of potential target behaviors. So you can think of it as we're still in that assessment period. And we're going to be adding the last behavior to that this week. And what that behavior is going to be, it's going to be something that is very important to academic success, very important to future success as well outside of university, outside of the school system. And that is to begin a writing practice. So before we get to that, I want to make absolutely sure that everybody is continuing on with the behaviors and with the homework criteria from our previous weeks. So the way that this semester-long project works is that we introduce new parts of it bit by bit, and we continue to do the old parts until I tell you that we're going to modify those. So what that means is that you should still be recording your behaviors on Clockify. And if you need a refresher in terms of the criteria for the homework step 1, make sure that you watch the video, link in the description for that information. Make sure that you are doing homework step number 2, the mindfulness homework. We're going to be modifying that very, very soon in the coming weeks, but make sure that you are continuing to do the mindfulness training, the meditation training. And again, if you need a refresher on that, check out the homework information video for homework step 2. And then lastly, we introduced this last time, make sure that you continue this week to do your logic training as well. So once again, rewatch that video if you need a refresher on the criteria for that homework assignment, because all of these are building towards our behavior modification program that we're going to be implementing this semester. So we have the Clockify, where you're recording the duration of your behaviors. We have the mindfulness, we have the logic training, and today we're going to introduce the final one, which is the writing practice. And again, we're doing that because writing is one of the most important skills that you can develop, but it's also one of the most difficult ones to establish. So if you ever ask people if they write, oftentimes they're like, wow, you know what? I would love to write more, but it's just so difficult getting started. I don't know where to begin. I don't know what to do. It's just, I have writer's block. So it's difficult to establish a writing practice, but it is one of the most beneficial things that you can do for yourself, especially in your academic career. So why not make it a part of homework so that you can learn some behavior modification techniques? So that's what we're going to be doing in this step. So this one is really, really, really simple. All you're going to do is you are going to write for 15 minutes per day, and that is it. So you are going to sit down in front of your Word document, and what I want you to do is the only requirement for this is that in Word, write down the date that you are doing this. So if it is February 3rd, 2025, you want to, whoops, went back in time. Just put that as the first line in your Word document. Set your timer, and all I want you to do is to write for 15 minutes. Now, this next part is very important. What do you write about? It does not matter. You can write about whatever you want. You can write about what happened to you that day. You could write a story you were thinking of. You could write a review of a TV show that you just watched. You could write a review of this video for all that it matters. The topic does not matter. In fact, nothing other than writing for 15 minutes matters for this assignment. What do I mean by that? I mean, you are going to set your timer for 15 minutes and you are going to write during those 15 minutes. However, do not worry about the word count. So if you are not the fastest writer, then the word count is going to be low. Do not worry. Just keep writing. Do not worry about quality. Quality is not what we're worried about this time. That is the thing. That is what is the thing. All right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's good writing. It doesn't matter how much of it you do. All that is required is that you write for 15 minutes. So that is it. That's the entire behavior portion of this assignment. You're going to write for 15 minutes. It's going to be on a Word document. Make sure that every day gets a new page. So you're going to have one Word document that we're going to keep adding to. And then once that day is over, just hit Control Enter if you're on doing this on a PC. If you're doing it on a Mac, I don't know exactly how you get a page break, but just look that up. But you want that page break, and then you would put in the next day, February 4th, as your first line, 2025, and then you would just keep writing, and make it English. That's a requirement, but or make it a language. That's a requirement. But again, don't worry about the word count. Don't worry about the quality. Each day gets a new page, and put the date as that first line on each page. You're going to save the Word document, but you are not submitting your Word document. So I am never going to see these. I am not going to see anything that you write. So this is private. Feel free to write whatever you want. You're not going to be handing this in, but we will be using this as a measure of behavior. But right now, all we're doing is we're just writing for 15 minutes. So you're going to save your Word document, and then what you're going to submit is actually going to be the writing Excel sheet. So this is here, the writing Excel sheet. So you can download this from Canvas. And as you can see, all we have right now is we have Monday through Sunday listed there. But all we're asking is, did you complete your writing practice today? Yes or no? So if you did it on Monday, you could just type in yes. And then maybe you didn't do it on Tuesday, but you did it on Wednesday, and you did it on Thursday, and you did it on Friday. And then you did it, you skipped Saturday, and you did it on Sunday. So enter in the days that you did your writing practice that week, and then you'll see that it'll very nicely give you that weekly total. And then that weekly total is going to go into, and this is very important, it's going to go into the Sunday of the end of the week. Okay, so if we started this on the 10th of February, if that Monday was the 10th of February and the 16th is the Sunday, when we finish those 5 days, the 5 goes into the Sunday entry. So please be sure that you're putting in the dates correctly. And then you can see that that's going to pop up here on the graph where it'll mention that we have 5 on that Sunday. So let's say the next time you actually do 6, you only need to do 5 out of 7, but let's say you go above and beyond, you can see that it's going to track how often we are doing this particular behavior. So that is it. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to enter in your cumulative total. How many times during the week did you do it on the Sunday that is the deadline for each week? And then for the next week, you are just going to delete this. So on the Monday, you delete your previous week's information from the raw data. Do not delete it from the daily scores. And then you can use this sheet to once again tally up how many times you do this during the week. You're going to save the Excel sheet, and then this is what you're going to submit for your homework assignment. Now, you might notice over here that we have coming soon, number 1 and number 2. So we are going to add to this behavior in the coming weeks, but right now we're just establishing, again, like I said, a baseline. So we are going to be adding to this in the coming weeks. So don't worry about coming soon, number 1 and number 2. That will be made apparent in the future. But for right now, only requirement, you're going to write for 15 days, date on top of each new page. And you're going to write for 15 minutes, date on top of each new page. And that is it. Do not worry about the word count. Do not worry about the quality of what you're writing. That's a big one. Just sit down and just write. If you want to do flow, stream of consciousness, that's fine. Again, if you want to do a reaction to this video and write a review, that's fine as well. And on that note, I will not be seeing these. So feel free to write whatever you feel like. It's completely open. Just do it for the 15 minutes and then put it into the Excel sheet. And then what you're going to submit this week is you're going to submit all of our stages that we're doing. So you're going to submit this daily writing Excel sheet. We're looking for 5 out of 7 days, 15 minutes for each 5 for 5 out of the 7 days. You're going to submit the updated logic training Excel sheet where we see another 5 out of 7 days that you're doing at least one logic puzzle. We're going to be taking a look at the mindfulness Excel sheet. You're going to update that and submit that as well. And then lastly, your updated Clockify Excel sheet. So you're going to submit those 4 Excel sheets for this homework assignment so that we can continue to build upon this behavior modification semester-long project. But that is it for today. And I'm actually very excited about this one. Establishing a writing practice is one of the best things that you can do. So I'm excited to see just what effect this establishing a writing practice might have on a behavior and how it's going to improve your academic outcomes. But that is it for today. So until I see you next time, stay frosty, stay functional, and go modify some behavior and just go write for 15 minutes. Whatever it is, just let it flow. All right, so welcome to the homework week. Oh, what do we call these?